Companies Act 2013, Section 101, Notice of Meeting, Section 102, Statement to be annexed to notice, Section 103, Quorum for meetings, Section 104, Chairman of meetings, Section 105, Proxies, Section 106, Restriction on voting rights, Section 107, Voting by show of hands, Section 108, Voting through electronic media, Section 109, Demand for poll, Section 110, Postal ballot. Section 111, Circulation of members' resolution. Section 112, Representation of President and Governors in meeting. Section 113, Representation of corporations at meeting of companies and of creditors. Section 114, Ordinary and special resolutions. Section 115, Resolutions requiring special notice. Section 116, Resolutions passed at adjourned meeting. Section 117, Resolutions and agreements to be filed. Section 118, Minutes of proceedings of general meetings, meetings of board of directors and other meetings, and resolutions passed by postal ballot. Section 119, Inspection of minutes books of general meetings. Section 120, Maintenance and inspection of documents in electronic form. Section 121, Report on annual general meeting. Section 122, Applicability of this chapter to one-person company. Section 123, Declaration of dividend. Section 124, Unpaid dividend account. Section 125, Investors Education and Protection Fund. Section 126, Right to dividend, rights, shares and bonus shares to be held in abeyance pending registration of transfer of shares. Section 127, Punishment for failure to distribute dividend. Section 128, Books of account etc. to be kept by the company. Section 129, Financial statement. Section 129A, Periodical financial results. Section 130, Reopening of accounts on courts or tribunals order. Section 131, Voluntary revision of financial statements or board's report. Section 132, Constitution of National Financial Reporting Authority. Section 133, Central Government to prescribe accounting standards. Section 134, Financial statement, board's report, etc. Section 135, Corporate social responsibility. Section 136, Right of member to copies of audited financial statements. Section 137, Copy of financial statement to be filed with registrar. Section 138, Internal audit. Section 139, Appointment of auditors. Section 140, Removal, resignation of auditor and giving a special notice. Section 141, Eligibility, qualifications and disqualifications of auditors. Section 142, Remuneration of auditors. Section 143, Powers and duties of auditors and auditing standards. Section 144, Auditor not to render certain services. Section 145, Auditor to sign audit reports, etc. Section 146, Auditors to attend general meeting. Section 147, Punishment for contravention. Section 148, Central Government to specify audit of items of cost in respect of certain companies. Section 149, Company to have board of directors. Section 150, Manner of selection of independent directors and maintenance of data bank of independent directors. Section 151, Appointment of director elected by small shareholders. Section 152, Appointment of directors. Section 153, Application for allotment of DIN, Director Identification Number. Section 154, allotment of Director Identification Number. Section 155, prohibition to obtain more than one Director Identification Number. Section 156, Director to intimate Director Identification Number. Section 157, company to inform Director Identification Number to Registrar. Section 158, obligation to indicate Director Identification Number. Section 159, penalty for default of certain provisions. Section 160, right of persons other than retiring director to stand for directorship. Section 161, appointment of additional director, alternate director and nominee director. Section 162, appointment of directors to be voted individually. Section 153, option to adopt a principle of proportion representation for appointment of directors. Section 164, disqualifications for appointment of a director. Section 165, number of directorships. Section 166, duties of directors. Section 167, vacation of office of director. Section 168, resignation of director. Section 169, removal of directors. Section 170, register of directors and key managerial person and their shareholding. Section 171, members' right to inspect. Section 172, penalty. Section 173, meetings of board. Section 174, quorum for meetings of board. Section 175, passing of resolution by circulation. Section 176, defects in appointment of directors not to invalidate actions taken. Section 177, audit committee. Section 178, nomination and remuneration committee and stakeholders relationship committee. Section 179, powers of board. Section 180, restrictions on power of board. Section 181, company to contribute to bona fide and charitable funds, etc. Section 182, prohibitions and restrictions regarding political contributions. Section 183, power of board and other persons to make contributions to National Defence Fund, etc. Section 184, disclosure of interest by director. Section 185, loans to directors. Section 186, loan and investment by company. Section 187, investments of company to be held in its own name. Section 188, related party transactions. Section 189, register of contracts or arrangements in which directors are interested. Section 190, contract of employment with managing or whole-time directors. Section 191, payment to director for loss of office, etc. in connection with transfer of undertaking, property or shares. Section 192, restriction on non-cash transactions involving directors. Section 193, contract by one-person company. Section 194, omitted. Section 194, omitted. Section 196, appointment of managing director, whole-time director or manager. Section 197, overall managerial remuneration and managerial remuneration in case of absence or inadequacy of profits. Section 198, calculation of profits. Section 199, recovery of remuneration in certain cases. Section 200, central government or company to fix limit with regard to remuneration.